The woman woke up in confusion, only to find herself trapped inside a cold, metal box. Her hands and feet were bound with tight red ropes. Desperate, she bit through them, but as soon as the bindings were loose, the shrill sound of an alarm echoed through the box, jolting her. Daisy turned her head, and a narrow slit in the wall slid open automatically. Peering through the gap, all she could see was endless water, waves stretching to the horizon. The realization hit her hard: she was in a new kind of prison. In the 200 years since crime rates had soared, traditional cells could no longer contain the overwhelming number of prisoners. To solve this, the government created isolated steel boxes, scattered far from the cities, out in remote locations. For Daisy, trapped in one of these boxes, it felt like a personal nightmare. She learned through a small screen on the wall that she was sentenced to spend the next 7 years confined to this steel prison. The shock was unbearable. She had always been a model citizen, never breaking the law. It was clear to her that someone had framed her, but now, she was stranded in the middle of the ocean with no way to prove her innocence. Days passed, and Daisy struggled to even eat. Every morning, the small slit in the wall would open, and she would painfully stretch to grab food from a small bowl, her body weak from hunger. But she quickly realized the food didn't come from some automated system, it had to be delivered by someone. The isolation and injustice weighed heavily on her, and she became determined to find a way out. One day, Daisy noticed metal pillars above her head. She tried to reach for them, but the moment she touched them, a powerful electric shock surged through her body. The escape route above was impossible. Desperate, she began feeling along the walls, hoping for another way out. Her hand brushed against a small latch, hidden near the base of the wall. With hope flickering, she reached to break it open, only to be hit by another electric shock. Every possible escape route was guarded by these jolts of electricity. As she continued to search, a hidden camera in the corner recorded her every move. Then, without warning, the alarm blared again. Daisy's heart raced as the pillars above her suddenly began to descend, threatening to crush her. She frantically tried to call for help, but there was no one to hear her cries. She was completely alone, surrounded by water and trapped in the unrelenting steel box. Just when she was ready to accept her fate, something unexpected happened: the pillars stopped. It was a system warning, a grim reminder that every prisoner was given a chance before they were truly punished. Shaken but alive, Daisy realized she had narrowly escaped death. After that terrifying incident, Daisy found herself becoming more resigned to her fate. She knew there was little she could do except wait for the delivery man. Her only hope now was to explain her situation to him and plead her case, hoping someone, somewhere, would finally listen.